Hi guys, it's Mel from Makiia, and today we're doing a book box review. The Fairyloot edition of Year of the Reaper. So I love to do these book box reviews to see, are these books that I want to keep? Do the book boxes send me books that I actually want to read month after month after month? Is it worth all the money I'm spending on it? And today we're going to review this one to see, does it meet the standards? This book is about Lord Cassia. He disappeared long ago he disappeared 3 years ago after being sent on this mission from the king. Since then, a plague has hit and has desolated the land, killed many people, and everything's in chaos. After surviving going to prison, Cassia is trying to return home to his family. He's now 18, and once he returns home, home is not like he thought it was going to be. It's not what he expected. The king and queen are staying at the Lord's house, and it is crazy. There is assassination attempts happening. People are dying around him. Murders are happening. And Cassia and this young, beautiful historian named Melina has to go out and figure out, why are these people being targeted around the queen before they have to go back to war again. So I really like this book. It's pretty interesting. It's told from Cassia's point of view. Cass is actually a male character, so it's from a male point of view. He's a main character of the book, and that's really new for YA novels. It's very rare, even though different genres, different things. YA typically has female protagonists, but today we have a male protagonist, and it's very good to have the mix-up. I enjoyed it. I did get this in my Fairyloot box, so I do have an exclusive cover, sprayed edges, as well as this nice foiling along the spine and the front, as well as beautiful character art. You guys know I love character art. It is my favorite part of getting book boxes. It's one of the reasons I started getting book boxes, because character art really helps me dive deeper into the book, and it just makes it so much easier on my imagination. So first things first, this is a standalone YA fantasy romance. It's not a personal romance to me. I feel like it's a side piece romance. The romance is more of a subplot, but it is categorized as a YA fantasy romance. I enjoyed it. Right off the bat, I gave it 3 stars. Year of the Reaper was inspired by the Black Plague and is actually placed in medieval Spain. So my thoughts right off the bat before I even read this book was nothing really called to me to read it. I'm not a medieval person personally, and the mace really spoke of medievalness. And I love like a period drama and everything, but medieval time doesn't appeal to me as much as the other historical periods, but it's definitely actually made me more of a believer in medieval fiction, so love it for that. I enjoy medieval generally speaking, but to pick up a book and read about it didn't entice me. But this wasn't so medieval that I got lost in the contents of the world. I was very much so absorbed into the story. After reading it, I realized that this is actually super fast and easy read, and when I first picked up this book, I truly thought it was like hollow or something because it is so light. I don't know what Fairyloot did to this book, but this book is so light. When I took off the cover, the dust jacket, I truly thought it was hollow, but it's not. And it was such an easy, fast read. It is maybe 350 pages. As far as fantasy goes, it's not a super deep magic system. We don't even actually find out how the main character gets his powers, but it's a fantasy, which I find very, I don't know, I want to know. Annoying, because I want to know how he got his powers, and I want to know where is the backstory of this human being able to see ghosts, like, and why can he see some but not others? I have questions. They need to be answered, but I don't think they ever will be because this is a standalone. Sadness. I do prefer the Fairyloot cover over the original cover because I just like this one way better, but neither of them really called to me in all honesty. So, things I liked about the book. I liked that the main character was a guy. We don't see this often. I enjoyed the diversity in the writing, and I love the ending's plot twist. I did not see that coming, and it really kept the book like on its toes for me for the last bits of the book. The prose is easy to read. It's written in third person, which I found easy to read this time around. I think I'm getting more used to third person this month because a lot of the books I picked up on my TBR just so happen to be written in third person. So Typically third person irritates me a little bit, but this one didn't, and I honestly didn't notice until someone pointed it out to me. Like, if I was reading third person, I was like, I must be getting used to reading things in third person now, because I did not know that. As far as the fact that it's a standalone, I wish it was a series. I wish most books are series, because I'm a series girl. Series make me happy. Considering that this is a standalone, I don't think we're gonna get book 2. I really wanted book 2 for more chemistry and romance between Lena and Cass, but I doubt that's ever gonna come. So, things I didn't like about the books. And this is just probably particular to me. You might have loved these things about the book. Art is subjective. Okay. The stakes were never really high enough for me, and I knew the assassination was happening, but it just seemed so laid back, in my opinion, of how all the characters were treating like this assassination attempts on like various characters in the book. You know what? Let's just get into spoilers here. On the Queen's son, on her friends and family members. I was so surprised how chill a lot of the cast took it. Like, I'm not saying they took it super, super, super chill, but I feel like it wasn't as crazy or wasn't as responsive as I thought it should be. But I don't know. So that led me not to be as emotionally invested in the assassinations, because I didn't really think that anyone was gonna die, even though people technically did end up dying. But I wasn't sad when they died. I didn't have any emotional investment in the people who died, so they were just side piece characters that kind of just fell away, and it was okay in my heart because we didn't really know anything about them. They were just characters in the book. I did not like that. I feel like we didn't get in-depth views on other characters in the book. I wanted more depth on his brother. I wanted more depth from Lena. I wanted more depth from the Queen. But I feel like the character that we got the most depth from, which I love, was Cass. But I wanted more from the other cast members of the book because I wanted to be invested in their stories too. I feel like I was only invested in Cass, and I really like him as a character, but I just couldn't connect with the deeper stories since I couldn't connect to other characters better. Especially Lena. I think she was cool, she was awesome, but I want more about her. I want to know more about her. I want to get to know my characters deeper than what we got. As far as other people who I think would like this book, I think if you like medieval writing, you'll enjoy this book. If you like kind of like whodunit mystery solving book, you might like this book. If you enjoy anything that has to do with homecoming redemption stories, you would like this book. Oh, and if you like characters that have a male protagonist as the main character of a YA novel, you may like this book. So those are the people I suggest this book to. I really wish it wasn't a standalone. I think that's going to bother me the most. But I enjoyed it. Things about this book I just did not expect. I did not expect that Cass was just a lord and not like a prince or like an emperor or something. Usually the main character has like the main story of the universe that they're set in, but in this book he wasn't. He was a lord, which, not to say that's a bad thing or anything, but it was just different in the YA writing zone. It's usually like a princess that doesn't know she's a princess, a queen that doesn't know she's a queen, a king, or a king that's gonna be a king, or a prince that's gonna become a king. Typically, this is the writing style for YA, so I did not expect that. I expected him to like turn out to be like a prince or an emperor or like some super powerful being in his universe. He was just a normal guy. Well, except for the fact that he can see ghosts, so I guess maybe he's not that normal. And it's funny because he's not even normal for the world that he's in. It's also odd for his people to see ghosts. He's the only one that can. After talking to other people about this book, a lot of people compared Cass to Kaz in Six of Crows, and I was like, no, he is not like Kaz from Six of Crows. I just feel like that was pushing it. They said that he had such a dark story and such a dark background and the things he's done in the book, and I'm like, yeah, but they don't compare to the things that Kaz has done in his book and Kaz's backstory. and I really felt like it was really funny because so many people gave me that comparison, and I was like, no, I don't agree. I do not agree. Do you guys feel like Cass in this book is like Kaz of Six of Crows? I don't see it. I feel like he's not on the same level that Kaz is. Like, Kaz is a literal gangster who murders people. Literally. Cass isn't. I don't know. I don't know. But I did enjoy the book, and I loved the character art, as always. Those are my thoughts on my Fairyloot edition of Year of the Reaper. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to check back every Friday. I talk about books, bookish things, my bookish ways, book reviews, TBRs. Check me out every Friday. And be sure to subscribe. I hope you guys have a great day.